The prostitute story.
I'm talking
You
about
ready?
ass. What are you talking about,
Prostitute story. You guys ready? Are you ready for this? Bondage? I'm in.
I should be able to hire my own tweaker to beat up another tweaker.
Gets high fives from the boys.
It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of.
Good morning with the boys.
Good morning.
Here we are.
We actually up in this morning.
We up in this piece.
We got rock. We in December. We almost into January. It's almost 2025.
And we are episode 50.
Episode 50. We made it. We're there.
It's actually an extra episode today too, guys. 'Cause,
Yeah.
it's Wing Wednesday. We're not supposed to be here.
It's an end. We just thought, hey, if we're hitting it, let's give it the people everything they want and more.
We just did a, hey, look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us go. 50 in.
Heck yeah. Don't forget, guys, the only reason we're 50 in is because you guys have been liking, sharing, subscribing, all those wonderful things. And big shout out to our sponsor, Tune In and a Truck, for all your moving needs. They make it easy so you don't gotta do nothing.
Get you from point A to point B.
And go look at the new Wing video with Manda Sue. That was so much fun. I had a lot of fun editing that video as well. It was a good time.
Craziness on this thing.
All right. But yeah, it's Wednesday, midweek, hump day.
Made it. Not too bad of a week so far. Gotta be doing some of the
We're caught up, relaxing.
Feeling good.
Nice, yeah.
feeling good. Feeling fresh. Feeling funky with it. Having to do the adjustments and everything, but telling me you've seen some chairs on some marketplace, huh?
Yeah, I found a set of 2 chairs. No, kind of similar style, meaning no armrests. They're just like a bottom and back, but they looked comfy. We'll see. We'll see if they're still there today. What else did I save? I saved something else because I thought it would be nice. Can't remember what. It might have just been something for me. It might not have been something for the podcast. Now that I say it out loud, I'm like, actually, that might have just been a personal thing.
That was just for me.
But yeah, some new chairs. That'd be cool.
Yeah, be way cool.
Mm-hmm.
Today's the day. We had to sit back and patiently wait on other human beings, but the wait is over. So, we're going to treat ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I've got a bunch of, it actually works out really well if we do get paid and don't have to work today, because I got a bunch of bills to pay and a bunch of errands to run.
It actually works out pretty dang good.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, today's one of those days I was like, I really need these guys. Do I really need their help today? No, I don't think so. I think I can handle this bad boy by myself.
Even yesterday we were kind of even stepping on each other's toes a little bit.
Yeah, but if I didn't have you using a flathead screwdriver as a Phillips screwdriver,
It's like,
I might not have gotten through that.
it's not bad if your flathead will fit inside your Phillips, but the second you have to twist your flathead sideways and do the 45-degree angle.
Oh, you're like, let's see if I can strip a screw out real quick.
Oh, dude, I almost did. There was one that was giving me some trouble, and then one that just fell out of its hole. I was like, well, at least that bracket's off.
Makes it easy. It just falls apart. Slap some paint in there, it'd be all right.
Hold it together.
Basically, there was because if you look on it, it's just wrapped with that, whatever that piece is, it's fake wood, but stuff's already peeling off. It's the glue. I just stuffed some more paint in there and
They're good.
Glued down for another 5 years.
Another 5 years. We're gonna do the trim in there too once he gets that all done, or is that he's supposed to be pre-painted at all so that he
It
didn't
was
have
pre-painted. I wouldn't say it was pretty by any means, but it was definitely pre-painted.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you ask me to do it, I'll do it. If I don't have to, well, it's not gonna hurt my feelings.
Oh yeah.
Right? I already got supposed to be doing some outside work today. It's a little chilly out. Tomorrow's supposed to be nicer and the next day. So I was even thinking about I might go out there and caulk it.
Yeah. Get one step done today.
Give the guys something to do, you know? For Wing Wednesday this evening.
I did some push-ups last night.
How many push-ups did you do last night?
25. I was gonna do sets of 25 and get up to 100, but I only ended up doing one set.
Hey.
But when we did with Bamskis, when we were doing the 20s, like the 20 was right. I was like, man, I couldn't do much more than that, but now I can consistently do 25, and that was just from a couple of days of us doing 100 push-ups. So,
how much is it playing with the new lady? I gotta get jacked from my lady.
No, not really that.
You're talking about
was
going to the
after,
gym.
yeah, it was after we talked about going to the gym, and then I was like, dude, I was doing 100 push-ups a day for those 3 days. I was like, I should honestly just keep doing that, and then so maybe a little bit of that was backhead motivation, but more of it was just like, stop talking about going to the gym and fucking do something, right? I've been talking about it for months about how I'm like, I need to start working out.
So no more talking the talk. He's walking the walk. He's going to be about it.
But to do it.
Facts. At least you're about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been talking about getting back into yoga for probably a year and a half now. And I think I hit it twice.
Mm-hmm.
When we started the podcast, I was about getting after it. But I'm not doing yoga with your boys around. It's really disheartening. You're like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and scrap this.
Not do the downward dog right now.
Yeah,
it's a bad idea.
I'm so vulnerable right now, and these guys are making fun of me. Get your leg up higher. I'm like, come on, guys. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Like, what else can a guy do, man? I'm down here. I'm in it.
If we look back to when we started the podcast and the hours we were going to try to run to do morning with the boys, we were ready to podcast at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And that lasted for...
We didn't even get one in at 5.
We never got
one in at 5 in the morning. No. No.
No idea, but like, if we can just capture the sunrise while we're doing this podcast. Nope. We might capture the sunset.
That's just how it works, man. I do think that's funny. Morning with the boys who are never live in the morning. Sometimes live in the morning.
Hey, it's morning for some people somewhere.
And honestly, the most motivation you need is your mornings. So maybe we are just motivating people for the mornings. Maybe it's not right now. Maybe it's the next morning.
Right?
Yeah.
You might see what we got going on in our lives and you might decide, hey, tomorrow I'm going to do that.
Did talk to Amanda Sue a little bit more last night about the music video.
Oh,
so I said when she's ready for that, let us know, because we have a lot of the production stuff that you would need for that. And then, of course, with the editing side, it would be super cool to get Bare Necessities Media.
You would have to think that with 4K, the GoPro, action shots for that
would be on point. Absolutely, that GoPro would be fire for a music video.
And if I can somehow work myself into a music video,
it's just an extra.
Not even an extra. You know me, I'm such an attention whore. I'll try to be like singing in front of Amanda.
Just in the background doing some sensual moving. Yeah,
like, I'll be the first person to get kicked out of a music video. No, please, Amanda, I'm a big fan.
All we asked you to do was stand there. You're an extra. Stop doing the dancing.
Well, then she needs to stop singing, because as soon as she sings, I'm gonna.
You're an extra. Don't be extra. Oh, it's like he's been to the movie set before. He knows what's
DJ
up.
knows what's up. He's like, I'm not playing around. Quiet on the set. Hit the gobble.
Hit the gobble. Oh, dude, the short this morning though, the bear shits in the woods short is fucking phenomenal too.
That was.
So funny.
I gotta actually watch it last night. It's funny when I get to watch these guys and the amazing things that they clip together, and then I'm like, so can I share it?
Like last night, hey, can I share the intro to TikTok? I was like, yeah, especially because I changed it a little bit for the final video. I had to move a couple scenes around so that I could get the finger gun moment where we're all doing finger guns.
That was a brilliant intro, though. I love that, watching the finger bazookas.
Yeah. And then, like, one of the first scenes is us, like, pointing at the wings, and it's all of us just, like, pointing. Yeah, we're all just like...
Dude, that when the pizza comes sliding, I honestly, like, got fearful for the pizza for a second. I was like, oh wait, it doesn't fall. I was there.
Yeah, and if you see, like, I was cool, calm, collected. When I slowed it down, I was like, oh, I didn't even like make a woo. You know, I was just like a catch and pick up.
An amazing
like,
thing about watching back our videos is you can hide what's actually going on in your head, but your face says.
Your face says a lot.
So when I watch you back and like I'll say something that is going to get you animated, get you a little and you'll be quiet, but your face is like says everything, like, this stupid piece of shit. If he would just shut up, I would just. I get the biggest, I don't know, I get so much joy out of just watching back, and then the level of like, look, this camera's on me right now, motherfucker.
It's not that. That's probably just what you said actually registering in my brain. I'm going like, oh, that's pretty funny. We're like, oh, that's a good one.
I was telling DJ, it's so nice how fast you fire back though, because you like had one waiting in the chamber. You know what I mean? Because we were talking, and like during the video or whatever, we go into right after we get out of that. I call it the flashback, I should say. We go into talking about the technology and how epically it failed that last go around.
The one time I leave you to go.
He's like, you got 4 different phones and they're all off. I'm like, nope, one piece of technology. We definitely need to have our rabbit ears or rabbit tails. I had no idea that they would make so much of a difference when it came to the napkins.
That's where you noticed
straight up ASMR with these napkins right now.
It was insane when it, like I said, I clipped those moments out, but when it actually sat up against her skin and got the noise from like inside her throat, I was like, whoa, dude, it's like, we definitely need those wind tails on
That's
there.
so wild. You're like, oh, I can hear the inside of Amanda's throat right now. Interesting.
Lyrics sounds good. Yeah.
We'll put that behind the pain wall. The paywall, not pain wall.
Pain wall. As soon as I feel some pain, guys, you'll get it.
That was fun. That was
Yeah.
very, very fun experience all the way around. There's a couple times where I just found myself watching back, and you are like I'm just a big fan. So then I'm just like sitting there waiting for her just to keep going. You know what I mean? Keep on talking. And then you're like, okay, I guess we have to go back to eating these wings.
Yeah, it was really good conversations mixed in with the wing like eating, because normally when I'm doing those videos I will chop out a little bit more of the talking because I'm kind of trying to stay focused on the wings, but just the quickness that those wings came out, it was really just perfect timing to have it be about the same length as everything else but still have a lot of that conversation.
And I was gonna say, when it comes to Amanda's story, I mean, you need more than 45 minutes. You need like a clear cut hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, multiple episodes.
Everyone's stories. I mean, even Dakota, you know, on his all that, and DJ Crazy needs probably a 3 or 4 hours.
Seriously, he needs so to actually just break down generationally. Yeah, you need probably a good 5-6 hours to Totally DJ crazy.
Yeah. So as much as these are special guests for the wings, we're avoiding the real deep interview conversations for the most part.
Hey, it's going to be a lot more work for us because we actually have to come up with good questions. You know, we have to actually
and edit
try a
in
little
there.
bit.
Yeah. I do.
You got to put forth some serious effort when it comes to our guests. When it's just us.
Yeah, we can just bullshit. We can talk about bugles, elk bugles, the chips.
You know,
bugles.
you're in the right place when we're talking about bugles.
Yeah.
You've hit a home run as a podcast when you get into bugle talk.
The pinnacle of podcast talks.
And that's how we became Billings #1 podcast.
Bugling.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, we were bugling. That's how we became #1.
We really need Ben Young to come in here just to do his so we can record it.
It's so funny because when DJ looked up that video of the elk, that's exactly how
The
Ben
moose.
does. Well, I saw the one of the elk, but the elk's face reminded me of what Ben does to do his call, right? He's like, and it looks as if he modeled it after an elk. That's what I think he did.
You think?
I think he modeled his mating call after an elk.
I don't know. I think he modeled it after witnessing a moose mount an elk. Yeah, picture it all, buddy.
It's a milk.
Yeah, it was milking something.
Oh, yikes.
So we got 4 more words to come up with this Mansky board.
We are almost there. Like today would have been a good day to not podcast and just sit there and listen to Pamskis.
And not give the people the 50th episode.
Not give the people what they really want. Are you not entertained?
I think we definitely have some people who are entertained.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually pleasantly surprised with the videos. How
Yeah,
many people had already viewed it this morning?
it's it's quite a surprise. You know, when we started this, we were getting a couple views on each video. Now the lives don't get a lot of view backs, but all of our other videos are getting 30s. You know, into the 30s, pretty dang good.
Yeah,
Shorts
I
are
mean,
doing good.
it's like with even the thing with Facebook and stuff. It does generate quite a few people who come in and pop in.
Mm-hmm,
So, and then you got I mean, there's a reason that old DJ Crazy was using it as a marketing tool himself when it came to sharing his on Facebook Lives, you know?
Yeah.
He just has the ability to give away a lot more stuff.
Yeah, which is really cool. I mean,
Tax write-off, though.
well, yeah, and you're part of a media station like that. That 1019 is, I'm pretty sure they're one of the biggest in town.
What's Loud Lark Media?
Yeah. But I mean, Hot 119 is like one of the biggest radios in town. I think they're
the biggest.
I think they're
radio
usually
station.
competing with the Zone. Jeremy over at the Zone 96.3, because I think he's close second.
Are they? It seems like
I think they're
1019 ran away with it a long time ago.
Maybe they did. Maybe they.
But not to say that you're going to stay running away with it, because I think if anybody has an opportunity to take over as the best radio, it's definitely DJ Crazy. Live radio again. Bring it back. Bring it back. I mean, if you look back in like the 40s and 50s, that was all live radio.
That's how you got your news, man.
And then like the noises that we came up, we use those in modern day movies still. Like they would create a whole movie for you to listen to off the radio.
And we got the matter up here. See?
Well, not even just sports.
see?
Like they would have like horror
Yeah.
horror stories and stuff. Like the ads that they would run. You would hear like the storm and they would bring out the baking sheet and
The classic before video and audio effects.
100% where it had to create a like a whole vision in your mind so you could experience it because there was nothing else.
Well, the lightsaber noise from Star Wars it's a combination of a couple different things that this guy did, and it made the lightsaber noise. And I think it was the same thing, but all simple shit that he just kind of learned to use to his advantage and combine 3 different sounds to make that noise.
It's so cool to watch. DJ, can you pull this up? Like just a little video of them making the production noises from like the movies.
Have you seen the TikToks of the guy who like redoes them?
That's
Yep.
it is
And he,
so
like,
cool to watch.
Grab something else. Grab something else. Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It
Yeah.
is, yeah, if you guys ever have a chance to go check it out, go listen to those, and just the amount of different objects you can just pick up and make
Mm-hmm.
these noises out of. I would never think.
Speaking of noises, I let Izzy pick music on the ride home last night because I get stuck on one song and I'll play the same song over and over. So when Izzy's in the back seat, she'll pick the music for me. And we're about to get to the house and she picks this song and I was like, oh, what song is this? And it was like an EDM song. And then it's like it hits the drop and I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, pause it. I was like, I'm definitely gonna listen to that. And she's like, yeah, I picked it because I knew you wanted it. It's like, I didn't even know I needed this right now. It's like, let's go. Dropped her off and then fucking jammed on the way home.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That's dope when your kids bring you music. Nando's into Juice World really hard right now.
It's because Fortnite.
That would make total sense.
Yeah.
But he also, I mean, Juice also had like 2 albums come out, like unreleased albums. So that's huge too. And I like, don't take it away from Juice. The kid is nice with it.
I'm pretty sure he was on, I'm 90% sure it was him. I could be wrong, but he went on Kai Snat's stream and had like 50 G's with him. And once he found out that 20% of what Kai was making off the subathon was going to a school in Nigeria, he just handed him the whole 50 bands. Was just like, school, you said school in Nigeria? Boom.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out Juice, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. That sucks.
Maybe it wasn't Juice because this.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
Because Juice WRLD's dead.
Okay, so then no, this is definitely
dead.
someone else.
There
Because I think it
was
was recent.
Yeah, there was a group
Okay.
of those kids who were just dropping, man. All overdoses. She was hella sad. They were like, I mean, like little kids to me.
Yeah, that's
18, 19-year-olds.
crazy.
How old was Mac Miller?
Hold up, dude. You know what I
26?
gotta show you guys real quick? Mac Miller? Yeah, he was pretty young. I think he was in his 20s though. I gotta go to my saved reels real quick.
You're at 26. Then you got, you know what I mean, the whole 27 club.
How do I get to my saved reels again? I always forget. There we go.
Are we headed into Curtis's conspiracy corner?
Not really. It's more of just the things that
Make you go,
the things that make you go,
Been president yet. Seeing what's happened in the last 48 hours? The misogynist appoints the first ever woman to be chief of staff. The Taliban announced they want peace with America and to be taken off the terrorist list. Putin came out and said that Western civilization is not an enemy. Mexico has started securing the border in, of course, response to tariff threats. Saudi Arabia is kicking out all of their Hamas leaders. New York is cleaning up their illegal migrant crisis. Xi Jinping came out and said he wants to peacefully coexist with China and said that they respect American people. The European Union chief finally came out and said, hey, America, can we start buying LNG from you so they stop buying from Russian gas? Putin says he takes Donald Trump's plan to end the war with Ukraine very seriously, and Russia supports it. The Houthis are stepping back. The Hamas called for an immediate end to war. He's calling for term limits and from Congress so that way people like
it's pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys could hear all that, but all of the things that just since he became elected, everyone's like, "Oh, we don't want the smoke. Oh, we don't want none of that." It's pretty.
That's crazy.
Pretty
The
interesting.
second, and there's him. There's Trump.
Trump plans to end Ukraine or whatever. I hope you guys could hear that all right. But they're calling it the Trump effect.
The Trump effect.
Well, like for my dad's business, as soon as the political season was over, my dad has been busy at work. As soon as they found out Donald Trump was getting elected, all the money started coming into the oil industry because everyone will, invest in it if Trump's gonna be president because he wants to drill here.
And I was like, if you look at across the board when it comes to blue collar workers, I mean, everybody was on board as soon as Trump was back in. Everybody wants to start building again. Everybody wants to start getting after it again. It's like
Talking to
good, bad, or indifferent. The man does turn some heads and get people motivated.
I'm not saying he's a perfect person, but he's what we need right now, I think. But
It's really all uphill from a guy who had Alzheimer's and dementia, though.
But we were talking yesterday with the contractor, and he was talking about how Yellowstone County, which is the county we live in, is a rich county because of the refineries. And I never thought about that.
Yeah, anybody who's lived in Billings, guess what? We're rich, guys.
Well, I mean, in comparison to other Montana counties, and it's like city money, right? It's not personal money.
Yeah, because I look at
city
like,
money.
well, look at like Wyoming. Like all of their schools were built by oil money.
Because they drill oil everywhere in Wyoming. You drive through fields, and my dad's job was literally just go check on the field pumps. They're just constantly pumping oil out of the ground. So like they drill everywhere down there.
Yeah, so you look at like that.
But I guess I just never put two and two together that Billings here was like that's what made our county's money was the refineries, right?
All I know is they're not giving no kickback to the people of Billings.
No, that's true.
Yeah, no kickback. It'd be nice.
But Exxon making bank.
Them boys down in the refinery, they make bank. Kind of. I mean, if you're working for the oil, well, it's catch-22, I suppose.
I think you're union.
I was gonna say you are very well taken care of, but at the end of the day, you're still working for somebody.
Yeah, it's hazard pay, right? That's why you're getting paid a little bit more is for your hazard pay.
I don't even think it's so much the hazard of all, because I look at a lot of these, there's no hazard in it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Ben Young, for being a welder's assistant, probably has more of a dangerous job than most of those guys.
I mean, maybe not the guys checking on, there's some of those
There's a lot of guys in the warehouse who were, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of warehouse, we now know somebody that works at Tesla.
Again?
Oh yeah. But he officially got his start date and everything like that.
That would have been terrible if he would have shouted him out yesterday and then we gotta take that back. He no longer works at Tesla.
He didn't get in. But yeah, it's pretty
Elon
cool.
heard this and shut it down. Hey, EJ, get in there. I need you to get in the room with Elon. And for some reason, you're just playing Mornin with the boys. And you're like, who are these guys?
Oh.
There's a couple guys I know. No big deal.
Yeah. They need a robot.
You keep circling back to the robot. Think big picture, bro. If we're best friends with Elon Musk,
we can
get way more than one robot is what I'm trying to tell you.
I bet you if we came up to Elon with that idea, I bet you this would be his response. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. We want to take two robots and have them fight each other. I bet you, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes.
I mean, him and Joe.
I see it now. Yes.
Joe Rogan went and took an arrow to his Cybertruck. Or no, that wasn't. I don't think that was Elon. Was it? I don't think.
Yeah, no, that was Elon and. Yeah, Elon and Joe. They went and took him out and
I wasn't sure if it was. I know it was Joe Rogan, but I wasn't sure if that was when he had Elon on.
Bounced it right off. Didn't do a dent. Didn't scratch it at all. But then when they shot the window of the Tesla with the gun, it shattered it.
I did find out the theory behind why the windows cracked when he threw the steel balls at him in his very first showing is because they took a mallet or a hammer and hit the door. And if you chip a corner of the glass, so that's what Elon thinks happened, is the corner of that glass got chipped when they were hitting it with the hammer. And then you throw a ball at it and integrity of the glass is gone if it has a chip in the corner.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say the crazy thing is that is tempered glass because that's the way it's supposed to be. The second it chips a corner that you're supposed to be, it will shatter into tiny little pieces because it's better for that to happen than it to break like standard glass where it's gonna break in giant big chunks and then. Which, as somebody who worked in the glass industry, it's pretty jarring when a giant shard of glass that's just is coming down at you.
Yeah, I could imagine.
It's when I was younger, you know what I mean? You're just young and dumb and you're like, whatever, let's do it all day long. Now I'm like, what the hell was I thinking when I was in the glass industry? We're wild, man.
Just
like, well, 5 o'clock on Friday, you're just off work. And you might still be working, but you're off work, you know what I mean? They go grab a case of beer and throw it on the back of the truck, and you're still working, but you're cracking gold ones and
yeah.
Like, get after it. I mean, during the lunch, go out to lunch with the boys, have a couple gold ones at lunch, get back to work, go cut some more glass or doing whatever you're doing. That was wild times over at Associated.
Sounds like it.
They brought in new management though, and I think they cleaned all that up. It was definitely fun. Definitely some hard ass workers.
Yeah, I've definitely worked with some good hard-working people.
Yeah, they worked their asses off. I mean, everybody, we were all alcoholics, it seemed like, but
Functioning?
I mean, even then, I mean, work 5 o'clock in the morning and get off sometimes at like 7, 8 o'clock at night. But you didn't really mind it because the people you're working with.
Yeah, that can make or break something for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've worked in too many places that were like intolerable. Alsco, the linen company, that was
Pretty
miserable.
close. Pretty close.
Oh, I wanted to so many times. And shout out to anybody who can do that type of same monotonous task over and over and over and over again. Even when I helped your brother and Mitchell at the Montana
Block Company.
yeah, Montana Block Company. It's really beautiful when the process is done, but like that one day, I was just filling oil in bottles. Just, I mean, it's slow and tedious, and it's like, I don't.
For me, the gluing process is like that for the wood, right? You can line up your wood, glue it, clamp it. And you do the next one, glue it, clamp it. And then when that's all done drying, you grab those two, you glue them together, you clamp it. And then you cut it, and then you spin it, and then you glue those together and clamp it. And it's like, yeah.
How many times did you do it?
I went over there. There was I probably got a good 10, 15 hours in there with those guys helping
nice.
out.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
It was, that's definitely not for me. Like, I like working with wood, you know, building stuff, but to actually sit there and do that all day, every day, yeah.
I could probably.
Mitchell buying that CNC router was like, that I'm all over that.
Yeah.
But to actually go full Amish with it,
Well, dude, even
I mean, I got so many things I'd rather be doing besides that.
even
Maybe
the CNC,
when I'm 70.
though, dude. Even the CNC, one wrong miscalculation, and you fuck that up.
Yeah, but it's so forgiving, you know, especially with wood, metal. That sucks when they add the plasma can it.
But even the wood, if you have a expensive piece of wood, you definitely can ruin it, and then you're out, $500 because that was an expensive piece of dark oak.
Oh yeah, but
Shady oak.
the amount of product you're going to be able to put out with your router versus doing all this stuff by hand, I mean, you can't even compare it.
Yeah, 100%.
And that, for that reason alone, because like I know the process can be done faster, so why am I gonna sit here and?
Yeah, it's like when you don't have the right tools for a job, like a flathead screwdriver when you need a Phillips.
But if there was no, like, you know what I mean, like nothing else was going on, sure, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna whittle.
Right.
There's too much other cool stuff going on.
Yeah. I don't have time to whittle me this.
You ever seen those guys who do like the ultra, like they put like a microscope on it, or a magnifying glass, I mean, and they'll whittle those tiny wooden sculptures off to like the end of a toothpick?
Have you seen people do the pencil? I saw someone that did a chain. They took a pencil and they turned the freaking, just carved it into a chain. So it was like nunchucks. Yeah.
Whoa.
And the chain was the lead, or the graphite, sorry, is what it's actually now. Yeah, it was insane.
That's actually legit. It's wild. Yeah. Sometimes the
Even
amount of time people have on their hands in order to perfect a craft like that, because it really is. I mean, that's art.
100%. The D&D characters, right? Painting the little small figurines. Nate's starting to do that with all of our characters for our D&D one shot. And so if you guys are going to join, you got to figure out your characters. You might have to come get a character book or whatever. I don't think they're still at the house. But yeah, so he's just starting to do that. I think same thing. He's got the magnifying glass, and you got to paint these little tiny fucking figurines.
Damn, he's gonna do all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, paint all the figurines, and then build. Now that he's got the idea for what he wants to do for the storyline, then he's got to I'm pretty sure you got to build the set to where you kind of have at least a couple props.
All the way deep with it. That's sick. Well, no, that's not like
That's
that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, that's dope.
There's
That's like in depth. There's gonna be no, you know what I mean, no confusion when it comes to anything. There's your guy right there.
Mm-hmm. There's this guy who built a D&D table, and it's got a computer or a TV screen in the bottom of it. So if he puts on like wave scenery, it'll look like it's water, or he can put it to look like sand. And then he puts his props on top of it, Yeah, so it looked super cool. Like at one point, it looked like they're in a boat in the ocean, and it's like rocky, and like all these waves are crashing over. It looks super
one thing that
sick.
like, if Pokemon can figure this out to actually have a Pokemon stadium, and then them being able to pop up out of the stadium almost like holographic, you know what I mean, and be able to battle it out on the board. I mean, it's there. I mean, essentially it's like Tron. It's on that same principle.
And if you project hologram, I'm sure the hologram technology has to be fairly good to where if you did do, it's like a table that has, a good 6 inches inset that has all of these projectors around the side, you feel like you might be able to do something like that to where at least from up top, it looks like an up top view of what you're looking at.
100%. And that's why I was like, it doesn't seem, as long as you're plugging it in, I bet you could, if you had all the projections, you know what I mean, and an AI system running, and then you're just feeding a Pokemon battle, like having it generate, and then plugging those images into the projectors, shooting it out.
Mm-hmm.
That could take Pokemon to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Plug in your information from your Pokemon, AI goes, puts it in there, boom.
Did you and your brothers ever get into Beyblades?
Not my brothers, but me and Nando got way into Beyblades.
Okay. Yeah.
I had 3 different arenas. We had, I don't know, like 20 different Beyblades. Always mix and matching them.
Mm-hmm.
He had, what is it, Valkyrio? It's like one of the main characters, but had this huge red top disc on it in the middle. It was so snug together. That thing was like unbreakable.
Mm.
And so to the point where it's like, I don't even want to play with, And Nando would get pissed off. He's like, okay, you think he's so much better? Let's trade then. Let's see. And I'm like, well, I don't want to trade now because I got the good one.
You ain't caught it.
Yeah, and then he would wreck me, and I'm like, okay, fine, I guess.
Yeah, as soon as you were talking about the stadiums, with Pokemon, that's what reminded me. Is like I never got into Beyblades, and I've seen some people, run a rip and just get so hyped into it.
We'd do the whole thing too, like 3, 2, 1, rip it.
I'll get you. Yeah, dude. That's amazing.
And his our little friends come over and they would play, and all you would just hear for hours. And then just like the wave of everything that kids get into is here and gone. It doesn't seem like the things nowadays kids like really stick with. Pokemon seems like had its resurgence and grabbed a bunch of kids, but like they move on to things so quickly.
Mm-hmm. The fads are getting quicker and quicker, it seems like.
They're like, it's weird because like Fortnite, you know, it's came and it's really just stayed, but they keep reinventing Fortnite within Fortnite. Same thing with Minecraft. Like every update doesn't really change the game whatsoever. It's just makes it a little bit fresher, a little bit cooler.
I don't know, Minecraft, if you played it 10 years ago and play it today, it is a completely different game. It feels completely different. They've added a lot of different shit. So, and you like over the 10-year course, yeah, if you're there, each update is pretty minimal, but if you look at it from a whole, it's a really big update.
What would you say has a bigger difference? Sarbac or Rocket League?
Sarbac?
You know what I mean? Super acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars.
Yeah.
Compared to and it becoming Rocket League or Fortnite.
So
I mean Minecraft, and where Minecraft has become.
I like where Minecraft stayed pretty true to like their game style, right? They didn't do too much. Rocket League, supersonic acrobatic, rocket powered battle cars to Rocket League was great. Once Rocket League got purchased by the owners of Fortnite Epic Games and you can't trade anymore, they lost a lot of its luster for a lot of people.
I think at the same time, but to me, I think it's even cooler with the collaboration between Fortnite, because now you can get a car in Fortnite and then you have that car in Rocket League. So I think that aspect is really cool. So it's just, I guess you're losing certain things while gaining these things.
Because Fortnite did do the rocket racing, which is actually really fun, because not only do you have to worry about like you can either jump up and ride on the ceiling, or you can jump up and ride on the wall, and then you can like jump and boost at certain points. So it actually kind of brings a racing style to the Rocket League car that we're used to riding on walls and jumping and doing flips, and it's actually really fucking cool.
Because there was no aspect of that in Rocket League.
No,
I mean, it was just scoring.
Yeah,
it's and those were some of the funnest games back in the day, like the Hot Wheels games, or like Super Mario Kart, or just racing games.
Mm-hmm.
What is that one, the arcade one? Something USA.
It reminds me of the racing one for the boats. What was that one fucking called? My brother loves it. Thunderstorm or something like that. Is it Thunderstorm? Can you look that up?
I know you did Jet Moto.
I think Thunder something.
Arctic Storm?
Thunder. He types in Thunder. Do like arcade racing game. Thunderstorm arcade racing game. Maybe it's not, because it's the boats. I want to say it was.
Are you sure it's boats?
Yeah, it was my brother. Hydro Thunder. I knew it had something to do
so
with
funny.
thunder.
As soon as you said it, Hydro Thunder.
You heard it? Yeah.
Heard in my head immediately.
Hydro Thunder. Yeah, that was one of my brother's favorites. That was kind of one of those like really arcadey. You know which game I missed?
DJ, can you look that? Is it Cruising USA? Is that what the name of that? Yeah, Cruising USA. That was my racing game. I still slap at Cruising USA.
Burnout 3, where you went and caused the wrecks and you got points for the wrecks. That was one of my favorite racing game like spin-off side challenges.
I remember
loved that.
There's one that dropped on the PS5, and that's exactly what you did, but you also got trick points. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was I think it was, I don't remember if it was called Burnout or not, but that, yeah, you could like kick everybody or like boost through them and explode them.
The old motorcycle racing game that used to beat people up too. I can't remember what that one was
man,
called.
that was when was that PS4 when it first came out? There was a
I
game
remember
that
my
was
brother
like
had one for computer. That was
I just like when the PS4 or the PS3 came out, there was a game that you could either be a car or a bigger vehicle, and same type of thing. You're just trying to smash everybody, destroy them, or come in first place. I mean, the whole point was try to get first place.
yeah. Classic games, man.
NFL Blitz type of idea behind it. Just destroy everything and win.
I remember when GTA was top-down view, man.
Now I can't imagine going back to a top-down view. I guess you had, was that Dead Ops and Call of Duty?
Diablo still somewhat does that over-the-head, top-down kind of view. And so they're one game that's kind of kept it throughout the life of the game.
I give guys plenty of credit when it comes to playing Diablo.
What was it called? Road Rash. Yes. Yes.
You want to talk old school? Go to Driver for the Sega.
I remember the driver tutorial was so hard on the computer. My brother had to do it. I could never beat it. You had to like do a 360, do a slalom, do a reverse 360, like do a burnout. Like you had to do all of this within like 4 minutes or something.
Oh, what about Gran Turismo? Those ones were stupid hard. Who's got the energy?
I remember that, having to run back to your bike.
Me.
And you just kick people when you kick people. Even if you miss somebody.
It's so wild to watch those graphics.
I know, dude. And back then
now.
we're like, dude, this is amazing.
Right? I mean, granted, I would totally hop on and play that right now.
Yeah, dude.
And get zoned out for like 5 hours. I'm gonna come in first place.
Oh man, classic game.
Yeah, the driver games or the Mafia. You ever play Mafia? Like the original ones? Man, those games are so damn hard. That's where you really start getting into the GTA world.
Yeah, right when
Vice City, and then just the ability to free roam in a map.
You know what me and your brother used to do? We used to take his bed and put it in front of the TV and pretend it was our car. And like we'd even like make fake doors for it. So then we'd like pull up somewhere, get out of the car, fucking role playing Grand Theft Auto basically. Looking lame.
Hey, at least you had a friend to play with.
Yeah. Well, probably because we tried to come hang out with you and you fucking kicked us out.
Never. It was so funny how it was back in the day too, just because how it was always somebody was hanging out and somebody was always so pissed off at somebody else.
Oh, I think your brother's pent up rage against me is for that reason. I didn't mean to, man. I was just a kid. I didn't mean to, man. I was just a kid, dude.
Yeah, I hope Michael actually listens back to this and he's like, you know what?
Hit me up, dude. You can call me too.
I just cursed all wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I never knew.
He will never say I'm sorry though.
I fucking should message
He's like,
him.
I'm sorry you feel like your feelings got hurt.
I'm sorry you feel the way you do. And I'll be like, I'm sorry too.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, but it's just one of those things that you definitely don't realize the kind of
impression
you're making on someone, I guess is a good way to put it. Yeah, because that was never my intention, right? Like we weren't intentionally, ignoring him or anything like that. And I would consider him one of my good friends today, just like you weren't my best friend growing up. You were my brother's best friend, but still fucking basically mine, right?
Well, I was gonna say,
best friends by default at that point.
Well, I was gonna look at it as like some people have friends, but it's like we're one of the family. family.
Yeah.
It's
an extended family. Yeah.
it's more than just friends at this point. I was like, grew up with you in your damn house.
So same with Frankie. Like, I think Frankie would probably have more of a negative mindset toward me than Michael, because we at least hung out with Michael every once in a while. Frankie was definitely one of those. We were probably pretty mean to Frankie when we were young.
Frankie definitely has got some thick skin.
Yeah.
That kid took it. He got humiliated. He made fun of.
I mean, he was the youngest, so
let himself get rolled down some stairs. Yeah, it was rough. And he took it in stride too. As far as my little brothers go, he was definitely the one I felt was wanting to be on my hip the hardest. And I didn't really mind Frankie on my hip for the most part.
Out of all your brothers, I think he would be the one that would think the worst of me, but it's Michael. Fuck. If you're out there, bud, didn't mean that.
Well, at least it's not like, because he calls me and tries to tell me, like, I'm like, you're not the Mr. Healer over here.
Tries to give you the life advice.
Hey, when are you gonna forgive your older brother? Hey, don't really care about my older brother's opinion.
You're like, hey, when are you gonna forgive Curtis? Goes two-way street, bud. Oh shit!
And once again, it'd be your fault. Well, I shouldn't have done that to me back in 20 years ago.
Oh man!
What did I do to you? I don't remember what he did, but he did something. I don't feel good about it.
He was friends with my brother.
Probably. That's essentially what it was. But then, when we're out in the sticks, when it's just us, there's really...
Yeah. Well, and like, dude, Michael and Frankie were in the movie that we tried to make. Yeah, so like, we included everybody, man.
I was never part of this movie.
You probably didn't. You guys probably didn't want to be.
No, there's probably a good chance we didn't get asked.
No, it was probably like... Actually, you're right. My brother could never be in my movie. He'd steal this. He'd beat the star. I'm the star.
Yeah, that does make sense, though, because we would definitely take that movie over.
Yeah.
There's no way we're not taking that movie over. Back then...
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
You guys were just dumb kids.
Yeah.
You guys had no idea. And
give me that camcorder.
We're 2 years apart. You guys are just dumb kids.
You guys don't get it. You guys are just dumb kids.
You guys are idiots.
You guys just wait till you're 8.
Essentially, like, I think about it all the time. Like, even me and my brother Michael were 3 years apart, but those guys seem so little to me.
It's same thing for like my cousin, right? My cousin Justin, will always be my little cousin. He's not little no more. He's fucking way taller than I am. Fucking, like, I'm the little one in my family now.
Justin the golfer, right?
Yeah. He's golf. Yeah, he golfs a little bit. I don't think it's not as professional or anything.
But he's damn good at it. I guys had a cousin that's really damn good at golf.
I have not gone golfing with him, so my brother probably has. So if you probably heard that from my brother, which is probably true.
Most of the information I get is usually from your brother. I mean, I'll come to you if I need a good conspiracy. I'll go to him if I need
anything else. Yeah. If you want to contemplate your existence for the next 3 days, give me a call.
Because like when you guys started talking about even like nuclear, I was like, this oddly sounds so familiar to a conversation we had already had like years ago. And when you were like, way safer than it used to be, and I'm like, these are all Billy's points.
See, and I think me and Billy have talked about that a lot as well, so that might have been why I reiterated his point, because yeah, Chernobyl was a long time ago, guys, and guess what? It's all right. Just a couple three-eyed fish and stuff over there. No big deal.
I was watching, because I'm on part 2 of Dune right now, and the technology, where do they come up with the designs and everything for this? They just slap a bunch of stuff on a picture, and like some of the designs they create for this machinery and like all the futuristic technology are like, it looks like it would work. They just CGI and a bunch of nonsense together and
making it look good.
Yeah.
Well, dude, did you know, like Look up what the first lightsaber was built with. I'm pretty sure it was a camera. Like that's what they've been doing forever. Like the very first
camera, like
lightsaber,
a
it was
flash?
like an old. Yeah, I think it was part of the flash piece. It was like a bunch of nonsense that was just like fucking stuck together, and they're like fucking called it a lightsaber. And so like they've been doing that forever, and I guess with CGI it'd be even easier, right? Like, oh hey, I'm gonna put this metal plate here, but it needs a bolt, so we're just slap some fake bolts in it, and then boom, it looks like it's bolted on.
True. I mean, all of it is
Props for
Flags, flash guns, antique cameras, sliding glass.
yeah. Antique sliding glass windows, antique cameras. Dang. Yeah, so like they've just been slapping stuff together for forever. That's how you make a one of the things was there was a Phillips head screw on one of them, and they're like, oh okay, because we're using Phillips head screws in space now. I was like, well, why would they not?
they're probably riveting.
Yeah, I would assume, or just like some type of arc welding. Boom. But at the same time, if you needed to take something apart, you need something with threads.
I mean, they're just not taking anything apart in the future.
Or
They use the force. They use the force. Good. Gotta change the batteries of my lightsaber.
Did you ever think pretend you have the force?
100%. Every time I walk into a place that has sliding glass doors.
Apparently, Mark Hamill does that every time. That's so funny.
Good job, Mark.
Dude, if I saw him at a door just do that, I'd be like,
I 100%. Every time I go, into like most of the time grocery stores, you're like, yeah. And
nice.
I never realized how much it was from the force, but yeah. You ever tried to jump over the sensor and see if you can get the door without the door opening?
You ever tried to jump over the sensor and try to get through the door without it opening? You're gonna jump into the door, dude.
I'm just saying, trying to get past the sensor.
A garage door on the way out is what reminds me of that all the time. But you can't.
Yeah, that was terrible way of saying
You
that.
can't get past the sensor on an automatic door because then the door's gonna be closed.
That's not essentially that. You're like, you ever try to get past the sensor and you're like, with the door not going off?
I want to convince somebody. I'm gonna be like, dude, these doors are so fast that if you run full sprint at the door and jump, it'll open by the time you get in there. I would love to see someone gullible enough to just full sprint at a door.
Oh my.
Oh, but no, don't do that. That would
I
bring
wonder
some
how
shit.
long, like how fast you would have to like slow yourself down to not run into that door. You know what I mean? If you are just like a full on trying to hit the sensor and then the sensor starts parting so you can just go through.
Right in. Like I think sprint, you probably couldn't do a full sprint. It'd have to be like a light jog and then jump and hope that. There's a door at Albertsons that is so slow, you literally have to stop and wait for it to open. So you try it there.
We gotta find a place where we can catch that. We can video it. Like full on, but just time it out perfectly where you're like walking and like the door is parting when your nose is like right here.
Right there.
And you just go right through.
Can't have too wide of shoulders.
True. It's gonna be
Lean a
you
little
then.
forward.
It's gonna be you because
Yeah.
I'm all shoulders.
Or you just gotta go sideways. Yeah, twist them.
They're pretty good. Maybe not right there. I didn't like turn it all.
Oh, don't go that way. Yep. I can't turn left. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
That's it. Nice. Look at
An
us.
hour?
Look at us.
Every time. That is incredible how fast an hour goes.
I'm so excited for tonight. The brew pub, huh?
Last time we were down, me and DJ actually went down there and had some burgers. That's where we had an elk huckleberry burger. Huckleberry sauce, but it was an elk burger, you know?
Yeah, okay.
What kind of burger did you get down there? Prime rib?
Yeah, it had a piece of prime rib on it. I forget what the burger was called though.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm excited, guys. Make sure to keep an eye out. I'll probably go live a little bit on the Instagram for that.
Yeah, tune in tonight. We're probably doing a little bit of Instagram live from Wednesday.
Yeah, and then of course tune in next week to see the actual final video. Go look back at all 5 of the Wing series up
Because
till
we are
now.
headed into week 6.
Week 6. Look at us go.
We're halfway into the Wings. We got about 6 more weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 more weeks. We'll see. But then on to the next.
We're gonna have more. If we get 406 wings and have to do a 3-parter,
Oh man, I forgot
Fuck
406 wings.
that's gonna be a 3-parter.
They have 41 sauces.
That would be a pretty cool 2-hour live stream to see if we could get through all 41 sauces.
That would be so brutal. 41 wings.
Dude, I don't. We would have to literally like be there for lunch and then wait for
41
dinner.
wings. What would it take for DJ to eat 41 wings?
I don't
'Cause
think I could
you're
physically
honestly-
do it.
And I was gonna say DJ is probably he could put some food away.
He's the most fit for putting away wings.
All day for sure.
Yeah, because it's one of those where 20, I would be stuffed at 20.
We triple shift it.
I could do 220 sittings probably.
Man, that second sitting is gonna be so rough, especially
Well, so 40 sauces.
because if you say you start at noon, right?
Talking
You're like,
Domino's wings or
No, we're 406. We're talking 406.
And
We don't know what
406
there was.
You remember the stadium's wings back when they were delicious? Those were 406.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was just 406 kitchen. But either way, those wings were delicious. And I think it's the same ones. And they're good size. They're a grandstand.
So yeah, if we split it into thirds,
And we
what's
did-
divided by 3?
How many did we do? We did 14?
Yeah, at the grandstand, and,
So that's
and I was
14.
stuffed.
Yeah, you were feeling rough.
Yeah.
You'd have to put away another 6.
Yeah.
Could you have put away another 6?
No.
No.
I mean, it would have taken me time, right? As fast as we were doing it, that's what wouldn't have done it. If I would have had to take my time, we'd have been there 2 hours instead of the 1.
20.
Yeah.
So then that's 2 hours there, and then you gotta take a break, hopefully cleanse the palate, maybe do a couple laps.
What's
You know what I
41
mean?
divided by 3? What if we split it 3 ways? If we each were doing, if it was, would it be like 15, 30? Yeah, it'd be, yeah,
Less than
13,
that.
Yeah, like
Thir-
it's like 12.
12 to 13 each. That would be doable. But then we don't each all get to try all the flavors.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
to try out flavors. There's no way around it. We're gonna have to get 123 wings.
Pull that truck in the goddamn driveway. That would actually be fire, bro. Just have him in the driveway and we're just right here. And I'm sure if we're buying 100 and something wings, he'd
He's-
probably
yeah.
pull up from across the street.
Yeah, he's literally
It's
gonna
like half a
not
block.
even asking homie to go very far. He's on the block. He stays on the block already. So
Genius.
all right,
But all right, guys, we will catch you tomorrow.
tomorrow. So until then, we are out.
Bye.